a national championship, and they have multiple national championships. So they're really back where they belong now.
I couldn't agree with you more. And so I think that Big 12 stuff is really fascinating because the Big 12 took Houston, they took UCF. I would make a very plain argument, and I think it's a home run argument, that SMU is far and away a better brand than both of those two options. But it seems to me, and anytime I talk to anybody around the program, that it's really like there's still a residing bitterness from like the 80s that kept them out of the Big 12. Is that fair?
Oh, absolutely. Baylor.
Wow.
TCU, Texas Tech, those are really the three that really. And Houston has actually been a university that's kind of been there step by step with SMU. You know, they've been a group of five. They've seen their program rise to certain heights that SMU is trying to reach, both in basketball and football. And SMU in basketball, just as a side note, was the blueprint that Houston used when they hired Kelvin Sampson. You know, SMU was rolling for a minute there, and so those are the three though that really kept SMU out, and they were very, you know, against it. And part of the reason is things like SMU being able to swipe TCU's 4-star quarterback commitment after they lost their highly touted quarterback to Alabama. In about a few weeks, SMU had flipped TCU's quarterback commit, and they wouldn't be able to do that if they weren't in a power conference program.
It's amazing. And then, of course, what's most fascinating about this, and there's no precedent for this, they're paying their own way. Man, we don't need no TV money. So you've got these boosters. You mentioned these billionaires that are willing to do it. Are they willing to do this in perpetuity? And does the money ever run out or just never?
So they gave up tier 1 TV rights. So all the ESPN deal they gave up. But the college football playoff, the ACC network revenue, anything else is already more than what SMU was getting from the American. So on paper, you're giving up $20+ million a year, but also all the other things and all of the sponsorships that they can sell and the fans that have bought season tickets. They're at an all-time high on campus for season tickets now. All of those things are already they're light years ahead of where they were in the American. What the boosters are now doing is they're footing the bill to spend at the level they need to as a power conference program. I mean, they raised $159 million over the last year, and in the year prior, the top in the state was, I think, 119 from Texas A&M. So it's a huge investment, and that's the one thing that people can kind of argue about. Should SMU have gotten back? Should, you know, they're kind of this, you know, add-on or whatever, but they are committed to winning. I mean, they've spent $250 million in facilities last 10 years. They've paid, you know, Rhett Lashley $4 million a year. They're spending, and there are some power programs out there that are, you know, struggling to pay off stadium debt. They're, you know, unsure if they're going to pay a buyout for a coach because it's a lot of money. You know, SMU paid Rob Lanier about $8 million to go away just 2 years in because, one, he wasn't getting it done, but two, they needed to go out and hire a basketball coach who's been at the highest level and can compete in the ACC, which is also a big beast in terms of basketball, of course.
I think they're a sleeping giant. I do. I think everything you're saying kind of backs that up as well. You mentioned Lashley, the quarterback returns, a lot of starters return. They're 20th in the 24/7 power recruiting rankings. They're recruiting as an average player grade very similarly to Penn State. So I pose this to you. How much of a sleeping giant? What is possible? And how soon is it possible?
Oh, they run a tremendous balance now that they're back in the power conference ranks of high school recruiting, and then knowing when to say, you know what, we're not going to reach for a kid. We know that we run the portal about as well as anyone in the country. I mean, they beat out Florida State, and I didn't realize how in deep Florida State was in it to nab Miami defensive line starter Jared Harrison Hunt until he announced that he was going to SMU, and all of a sudden Seminoles fans are complaining that Rhett Lashley is out there taking a guy they were counting on to start on their defensive line. So SMU has some weight behind itself, especially in the transfer portal. They have I want to say 6 new defensive line transfers. 4 of them are over 300 pounds. All of them come from the power conference ranks, and they've all started games over the course of their careers. And that's on top of who they have coming back, multiple starters on the defensive line. They have been preparing for this for quite some time. The last 3 years, they've really not taken anyone who has been, at a group of 5 program. There's been a couple of them here and there, but they've been preparing for this in the trenches. And so when it comes to recruiting, SMU is really hitting its stride in this 2025 class because of the ACC, because of the new facilities and all the excitement. But they also know that come December, they're probably going to be able to take a transfer class of 12 to 15 players, and they're all going to be highly thought of transfers, and that can help them build off of what they already think they have in terms of the roster this year, which they feel like they'll be competitive every week this season. And it might not go their way sometimes, but their recruiting from the transfer portal has built the foundation for them to feel that way, and now they can build off of that with high school recruiting taking a more prominent step forward, because you're not recruiting players that are a group of 5 players and you're hoping they pan out and overperform. You're recruiting highly thought of prospects, and you expect them to perform.
Billy, I'll get you out of here on this one. I greatly appreciate your time. It's not lost on me, and I guess it's not lost on anybody down there, that the thing that they got in trouble for, and death penalty and pony excess and all of that, it's now all legal. Like, now you can do all that stuff. Yeah. Like, it's just such 100%. How could they not be involved? Of course they need to be involved.
Yeah, and they really, when NIL started and took effect, Sonny Dykes left SMU for TCU. And part of the reason why Sonny left is he didn't think that they were actually going to build a end zone football only facility. Well, $125+ million later, SMU is going to open that in August. And the other piece was he felt like they were stuck in the group of 5 in perpetuity. And when he left, obviously there were some players that had ties to him, and a lot of them were pursued during the transfer portal time, and SMU's donors stepped up and said, no, we're not going to have that egg on our face. And since then, they've been, in terms of resources, they were top 10 at one point. They're probably top 15 now in total NIL spend a year. They're committed to kind of doing what they've done for years in the past, and had to take a little break from it, but now they're kind of all back to what's legal now. And so it's kind of this perfect story. I'll tell you this, when Florida State comes to Ford Stadium for the first ACC game, there's going to be a lot of people that have seen a lot of things since the death penalty, but that type of a game for a conference game is going to probably leave a lot of people pretty emotional to see it come full circle. And who knows, SMU has a talented defensive line. They've got a lot of returning experience. I'm not saying they're going to win it all, but they expect to be competitive, and, maybe they can pull a surprise.
It's an incredible story. Thank you for your time, Billy. Greatly appreciate you.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Billy Embody, covered SMU on the Pony Express on 3 is where you can find his stuff, and what is one of the boldest plays we've ever seen in college athletics. We'll hit 3 things coming up next. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
The best of 2 leagues meet again this summer. Catch the stars of MLS and Liga MX as they show off their skills at the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Tuesday, July 23rd at Lower.com Field. Tickets start at $25. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes pride in providing a great customer experience and quality product to every job. From the first call to the final nail, you'll know how much we care. So call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments, so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention weekend warriors. Fan Sports Saturday has moved to 10 a.m. Join Eric Reeser and Tyvis Powell as they dive into popular topics like the Buckeyes and Tyvis's liquid diet.
Saturdays from 10 to 1.
The Fan.
Spectrum delivers with fast and reliable internet. And with Spectrum One, you get even more. Spectrum Internet, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and one Spectrum Mobile unlimited line, both free for 12 months. Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile. Get it all together with Spectrum One, starting at just $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
America's favorite car show returns to Ohio for the biggest hot rodding event of the year. It's the Good Guys 26th Summit Racing National, and it's all taking place this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Check out thousands of chrome and candied hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Shop the huge swap meet at Vendor Midway and see which rides take home the crown of the Good Guys 2024 Classic Instrument Street Rod and PPG Street Machine of the Year. It's all happening this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, and you don't want to miss it. Get complete details at good-guides.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Bo knows many people. He talks to the interesting ones on this show. This is Bishop and Friends.
Hi, Bake. What do we have on the poll today?
Today's fan poll over at 971thefan.com. When will the Blue Jackets name a new head coach? This weekend, by the end of July, in August, or right before training camp? 40.4% for by the end of July leads the way. Gosh, I hope they're right.
Have Porty do it. Just Porty can coach him.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he can do it. He's around. He's,
he knows more about the organization than anybody in the front office at this point, I guess.
Let's just do that. Or Jody. Jody could do it. Have Jody coach him.
Jody could be in between the boards and everything, and still do the games on TV too.
There you go. Rims is free now. Could have him do it. Time for three things on a Thursday. Hit it, fellas.
1, 2, 3 things.
Sponsored by Custom Air. Custom Air. Custom Solutions. Custom Comfort.
So number one for me, we have a fascinating delivery truck driver war that is transpiring at the house, and I'm going to be able to witness all of this because of the ring. So we have we have two different Amazon drivers. We have the afternoon one hates Buddy Garrity, is terrified of him. Like if he gets near him, he will not get out. Like he will not deliver. Like he'll get back, he'll wait, and then he'll deliver the next day. Like he's not doing it, not having it. And I don't blame him. That's on me, not him. I'm not blaming him. The FedEx guy and the UPS guy give Buddy Garrity bacon treats. So when he sees a delivery truck, what does he do? Goes right for it.
He's being
Let's
conditioned
go.
to like
Treats for
delivery
everybody.
drivers. Yeah.
These guys are great. I love it. Let's have a snack. To the point that he almost will even like climb into the truck with those guys. Like he's really waiting to get it. In the meantime, the poor Amazon guy wants to know part of it. Buddy's coming up to him thinking he's handing out bacon. I feel like the guys handing out the bacon are going to win here. I feel like I got to tell this Amazon guy, look, dude, if you do some bacon, you're in the clear, pal. You're in the clear.
Yeah, well, because he's getting positive reinforcement from them and really nothing from the Amazon guy.
Exactly.
First one for me, Bo, you'll like this. So every once in a while, we'd already watched a movie and we were like, we don't want to go up yet. So we were flipping through some of the channels. We can get on Sling sometimes. Jen's mom has a login that we use. Shh, don't tell Sling. But we were like, we'll just flip through, see what's on. And among the various sports networks at one point, there was one that looked a little different. It didn't have like a graphic. It was just blank text, just plain text right there for the channel name. And then every program for the foreseeable future was an hour-long episode of something called This Channel is No Longer Available. Can you guess what channel it was? It was the Pac-12 network.
Oh, my gosh. Did you see their media day? Just those two mascots sitting on a couch
and they're still
an
calling
open
it
bar?
Pac-12, too?
Yeah.
Like, it's so
just
weird.
an open bar? That's it.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
Guys, my first thing, I have not gotten nearly enough pool time this summer. I've just been too busy doing stuff and haven't been able to get away and do that. If I can get home this afternoon and get a couple things ready to be packed tomorrow for vacation, I think I'm going to hit up the pool later today, early this evening, and I can't wait for that.
You love a pool time, buddy. Pool beers, that's all a win. Number 2 for me, I was watching baseball last night. Guardians were playing the Tigers, so I was watching this game, and one of the Tigers players' walk-up song was a song that I have not heard in probably 10 or 15 years, but is absolutely slaps. In the Meantime by Space Hog. That's fantastic. Like, that song is great. I hadn't heard it in forever. So watching baseball last night, that was a win because I hadn't heard that song in a very long time. We'd play it for you, but then we get kicked off YouTube.
I feel like I would know it, but by the name, that did not ring a bell.
You'll know it.
Yeah.
You'd know it.
This is something you don't have to know. We like to play around and say, look at this new movie. And we know sometimes when a movie's not going to be good. We get it. I know a lot of the signifiers, but I still am interested in seeing, like, how bad can it be? There's a new one on Amazon Prime called Space Cadet. Do not watch it unless you want to be baffled. So it stars Emma Roberts, and it's sort of a rom-com, but it's also kind of like Legally Blonde, like somebody who's different is in a place where they maybe shouldn't be and fish out of water, but they win people over by the end, right? But she's a NASA astronaut and lies on her resume to get in, and eventually is flying a fighter jet. And they're like, they have to get her out of the air. She lied on her resume. And it's like, that makes you guys sound really stupid. And it's just baffling, the entire movie. So don't watch it unless you want to just sit there and make fun of it, throw popcorn at the screen.
So we've been doing a good job the past couple of months here at The Fan, getting people in, getting them trained up on things behind the scenes. So we have more people to our roster to, especially for football season coming up. We'll need a lot of guys. Beam had a young man in here this morning that's looking to get into the business. Chops has a young man from New Albany High School in here today, shadowing him. And I'm beginning to think this might be a bad time to take vacation. I might get Wally pipped.
I thought you were going to say that Beam brought William in. He had Billy the Kid in, getting him on the payroll early. Number 3, so I will be lacrossing in the northern Chicago suburbs, Vernon Hills or some damn thing. If you have any recommendations for that area, feel free to hit me up on the social or email. I'll take them all. I'm trying to make them the best of another long weekend in Midwestern lacrosse flyover states.
As Baker said, I had somebody shadowing me today, so I hope Houston learned something. If I had this opportunity when I was in high school, I'd be super, super excited. But if I did show up and it was me there, I think I'd be less excited. So I hope Houston actually did learn something.
Did he get to meet Shark? He'll be okay if he got to meet Shark.
Yeah.
AR, Matty Ice, and CB coming up next. How about this for a guest? They're going to talk to NFL Hall of Famer John Riggins. Make sure you stay
44.
tuned for that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good job out of them. That'll be a fun one to listen to. We are back tomorrow. Enjoy your Thursday, Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
The only radio show Ryan Day listens to when we're holding him hostage, making him listen to a radio show. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Your Big Ten action update. The Penn State Nittany Lions have the third best odds to win the Big Ten this year at 5-1. Penn State has the eighth best odds to win the national championship, sitting at 20-1. The Nittany Lions season win totals 9.5 games, and Penn State's non-conference schedule includes games against West Virginia, Bowling Green, and Kent State. Penn State is minus 142 to make the 12-team college football playoff. For your action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Check out the all-new John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram facility in Heath and experience the difference. We're your exclusive AgPack dealer, offering up to $30,000 in savings and benefits. And if you're tired of waiting at the dealership for service, take advantage of our service made simple with Carvenience or mobile service. Home of the lifetime powertrain guarantee and one of the largest selections in Central Ohio. John Hinderer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 79 in Heath, or HindererCDJR.com. We love what moves you.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you need a new roof but you're not sure you can afford it, no problem. Right now, Able Roof is offering no payments, no interest until 2026 for qualified buyers. Yep, that's the same Able Roof that's been voted the #1 roofing company in Columbus by Consumer Choice Awards 22 years in a row. Want more? Able Roof will give you up to $1,000 off a new roof, siding, or windows. This is a limited time offer, so call Able Roof today.
Call Able for the proof. 444 roof.
Attention, boating enthusiasts. Bennington Factory demonstration models are at Buckeye Lake Marina. These exclusive demo units are loaded with the features built to dazzle at shows and exhibits. And guess what? They're all brand new with a full warranty. Some have never even touched the water. Hold on to your mooring ropes because we're offering dock shaking discounts up to $40,000 only at Buckeye Lake Marina. These deals are hotter than the summer sun and won't last long. Visit Buckeye Lake Marina and make your dream boat a reality today. BuckeyeLakeMarina.com, where your adventure begins.
This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone Flooring, a unique blend of natural stone and their specially formulated epoxy expertly installed over existing concrete. Nature Stone is the only flooring solution for garages, basements, and indoor spaces. Family owned and operated since 1989, no other company or product can match the features, benefits, and unconditional warranty of an authentic Nature Stone floor. Visit naturestone.com today and schedule your cost estimate. Act now and save up to 50% off any Nature Stone floor. It's not just a floor, wow, it's Nature Stone.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.